Hi, it's already Friday and I'm going to tell you about all my finished project or how far I went in progress about my knitting. So I actually have like almost two finished objects. I have one what's completely finished, and that was that what I was starting in beginning of last week when I was discussing if I should be knitting on slippers or on scrunchie, and I made that scrunchie. This scrunchie it look like this. um I used the pattern that I used for my Copenhagen socks and make this scrunchie. um I tried to make the version with a ruffle, but I didn't like it how it looks, so I ripped the ruffle back and just finished with um like crafting it together, like casting off by connecting two sides. um so yeah, I'm kind of like really like how it looked now. Idea with ruffle was good, but how it looked in the end I didn't like it. Even that I shortened ruffle, it's not that long as on a sock, but it was too much for this, so now it look like this, and I probably gonna prepare this for being a pattern and make all notes. So I'm gonna work on publishing this pattern later. My next almost finished project yesterday in evening, I was working a lot on it and I wanted to finish it, but I was like, I will bind off and then gonna wash and block it. Then I bind off and understand that I like to wove in the ends before I'm blocking. That this way I feel like thread sits more in a place where I'm hiding this after. And yesterday I was already too tired because I was like, if I will bind off now, then wool all in the end, then I will wash it. Normally washing my knits in washing machine. I have a setting for knitted wool, wool and silk, I believe it's called, and I never experienced that something went wrong with my knit. So I normally put on this, but it's take like around an hour. Like if I will wash it, then I will need to wait until wash is done to put this on the blocking mat, and I'm like, I don't have time for this, I want to sleep, so I didn't finish that. But technically all knitted part is finished. I bind off the ribbon in the end. Last time I was showing you I was working on a ribbon. I made that, and now I need to wove in all the ends and then wash. I need to sew the buttons on. I have them, but that's the step what I like to do after I've washed, because I feel like fabric behave differently after it was washed. So plan for today, wove in all the ends, put this in wash, and then put this to dry. So maybe next time I will be recording in my new sweater. That's my second almost finished project for now. And then last one is a bag. I'm still working on it. I recently connect second ball of a dark thread. So right now, last time I was talking with you, or it was in beginning of the week, probably was in beginning of the week, I put the stitch marker, so I didn't make that much progress on it, but I was working also on a sweater and I was working on a scrunchie, so that's okay. That's completely okay. That was all what I had finished this week, and I will meet with you again Sunday when I'm gonna be deciding new project, what I'm gonna be working on next week. I don't have that much in progress now because I have just back. I finished the sweater. Yeah, I should think about what I'm going to work on next week. But that was all for me today. I hope you're all well, and I will see you next time. Bye.